raged through all Avantasia. The alliance of humans, elves, and dwarves fought against the evil army of the Shadows. The war had devastated the country for years upon years, and yet, no one gained the advantage. And so it was that in that time of deepest despair, that an old archaeologist uncovered the location of the artifact of divine fate. The artifact could fulfill every wish, and thus decide the war, for one side or the other. Led by Warlock Munkus, son of Archwitch Mortroga, the Shadows hunted for the artifact. And they would have reached it first, were it not for a group of heroes who stood against it. Wilbur, the young gnome who was the first of his clan to become a mage. Ivo, the courageous elven princess from the Woodland Realm. And the Critter, a hairy creature from the Northlands, companion of the most brilliant of the heroes, Nate Bonnet, who was supposed to spend the rest of his life at the side of an elven princess, who deserved a kingdom and all the riches in the world, who should stop wasting time talking about himself in the third person. Ah! Good, good. This is good. Although the ground is still getting closer. Part of the jetty. At least some of it survived the explosion. If I'm lucky, this will go all the way up to the island. But somehow I really doubt it will.
Hey, Silent Gamer.
How's it going?
Good. For now. Could it be that your spell didn't quite work out the way you planned?
I did tell you there were certain risks involved.
Pretty good.
No big thing. So, now that we
How
have
are
a
you
little time to
doing?
kill, why don't you tell me a little something about yourself?
Oh, right. Well, yes, I came into this world in an oasis in the Umzu Desert, and at that time, I was...
Are you out of your ever-loving mind? Definitely not the time to reminisce.
Then why did you ask?
I could use some help here, Benny.
Well, you did see what happened last time I cast the spell.
Time to make up for it then. Now shake a leg.
Oh, I don't know.
Let me see. I'm accompanying tons of boulders in a plummet to certain painful death. My death. So just how do you think you could make
Aw,
things any worse?
What's wrong?
Worse? I could set the air on fire, or it could start smelling very bad.
Can't you just stop time? Or wings! Give me wings! How about that?
Oh, this is all terribly complicated. I really don't feel up to it today, Nate.
Benny!
Perhaps tomorrow? I really do need to think through what's happened today properly.
You get me out of the mess you got us into right now!
Please don't yell at me! I just can't take it anymore!
Benny!
I love Benny.
Ah! The state he's in, we can forget about miracles. I gotta find something easy, something even he thinks he can do. A flying carpet. Is that too much to ask?
I'm not talking to you.
Why, you... I'm sorry I criticized your work, Benny.
And?
I'm sorry to hear that,
And-
Silent Gamer.
and that I shook your lamb. And everything else.
I hope
You
things
meant
turn
well.
around.
Well, all right then. I forgive you. What can I do for you?
Carpet!
A flying carpet. Shouldn't be too hard. Should I really dare? Am I really up to it?
Yes! What the heck? What happened here? No!
So this game is the Book of Unwritten Tales 2. It's like a point-and-click adventure game.
I am the tutorial, guardian of gameplay, explaining the
Yeah,
controls.
so he's going over all of this.
Use the left stick to move the character.
I'm restarting my game save because I haven't played in like
Well done. If you walk up to an
ages.
object,
But it's
contact
reminiscent of my
sensitive
favorite
actions
game in the
will
world,
display.
Discworld.
Walk up to that big lever and press A.
Which big lever? Oh, right here, in front of my face. Discworld, which is an old
Robot has used the
PlayStation
lever,
game.
as this seemed
But it's
logical.
just point and click. It's like
Now
tongue-in-cheek
press B
humor.
so that the
Like,
robot
yeah,
looks
it's
at the
very much
lever
like Monkey
rather than
Island.
uses it.
A little bit better graphics. Press B. All right, looking at it.
Excellent.
But yeah,
Robot
it's
thinks
a
the
lot
lever is
like
working.
that.
But if that's so, then where is the problem? That hatch over there. Walk up to it and press A.
All right, the hatch.
The little chap seems to think there are advanced engine mechanics hidden behind there. Perhaps that's where the problem is. Press A again. First time you press A will allow you to look this. Why? Because after a player character has looked at something, it's quite simple. Press B when you want to look at. Is the machine working again?
Yeah, this is one of my... It's like in my top 10 favorite games. It gets frustrating because some of the things it wants you to do not make sense. So I do have a walkthrough open in one of like my 15 tabs
Appears
on my
to be a new
computer
problem.
in case
Better
I get
take a
stuck.
closer look at the engine.
But hopefully other people can like give me a hint if they see something that I don't. So I don't have to use that annoying walkthrough, but...
Oops. Great work. Items you pick up will go into your inventory. You open and close your inventory by pressing Y. To use an inventory item, select it with A, and then select the object that you want it to be used with. Use one of the gears in your inventory with the engine of the town model. Excellent. Now the second gear. Perfect. You better oil the engine before you switch the machine back on again. That should do it. Time to crank it up.
Hey, Unforgiven. Oh, duh, the crank right over here.
Examine objects in the inventory in more detail. Pick up the damaged figure and the toolbox. Then open the inventory with Y and press B in order to examine the toolbox.
No. Walk over. There we go.
Great. You found a few items in the toolbox. You can use these items on each other by initially selecting the first object with A and then using it on the second object again with A. Try to repair the figure in the inventory. Well done. Now place the figure back in its rightful place on the balcony of the castle and start the machine. Excellent. You're now ready. One last tip before I go. If you press X, all interesting objects in the scene will be displayed. Good luck with your adventures in the Book of Unwritten Tales 2.
I'm worried about you.
Oh, Mother.
What's wrong with you?
Everything's fine.
I was gonna pick back up where I left off, but then I didn't remember, like, any of the stories, so...
No, you don't look well at all. Positively rotund.
And I figured it wouldn't make sense to anyone watching.
It is unseemly for an elf princess to cope with her frustrations by comfort eating. If you carry on like this, you won't fit into your wedding dress.
I don't have any intentions of marrying anytime soon.
Oh, darling, we've been through that already. Prince Lalilos is going to be arriving next week. You will like him. He's charming and... Look, he sent us a picture of himself and his sister.
Which of the two is the sister?
The elf nobility, unfortunately, has not got any unshaven Neanderthals to offer. You'll just have to get used to that.
I don't have the slightest interest in that person. Not anymore.
You are at the heart of the Elf Kingdom, in the castle of your family where you belong. No one here should be sad, tired, or fat. I only want what's best for you, Ivo.
Have you seen this, Prince? A vain river elf who's only interested in topping up his tan. I'm to spend hundreds of years in the company of someone I don't love? Huh, not me.
That bird like rats you out if you try to leave the
And
room. I have
how?
to knock
She
him
will try
out. I
anything
forget
and
what I have to...
everything.
I think I have to put like a
Nothing's more
mirror or
important to her than
something in
getting
front
me
of it.
married off.
Oh, I have to lock him in that ball.
Ugh.
I'm remembering some stuff.
I didn't want to tell Mother, but I've not been feeling too well lately, Cheap. I'd say the same thing, but we elves hardly ever get ill. Yeah, you've got a point there. I spent almost a year in the human world, and they have some very strange ideas about personal hygiene. Well, I thought perhaps it's a curse. Oh, no, you won't. I'll take care of it myself. Mother would make a state occasion out of it. I don't know either, but I'm sure there's a medical book down in the library. No, rest is not
I just
what
lock
need
it in the
just
ball.
now.
I think I just like... I trap it in.
When I was out there with the humans, it was the first
I
time
lure
that I
it
had
with
the feeling I
something.
could determine my
Forget-
own
I think it's like
destiny.
water? No. What is it?
Yes, it was dangerous.
Forget what it is. It's
Doesn't
like a
that go with the
mirror or
territory? A life
something.
without risk, that is so... Oh, you don't understand. If I could, I would go right now. You want to stop me? Just like last time. I'll go down to the library and look up what's wrong with me, completely alone, just like a grown-up elf. I'm not going to be stopped, neither by locked doors nor by you.
Okay.
A beautiful red flower. It was only put here a few days ago. Sometimes Mother orders a new plant that looks nice in my room. And then it's replaced and planted in the garden. A delicate sweet scent. It reminds me of a wood over in the west where I learnt to use a bow and arrow. Fresh water from the spring brook, the little stream that rises here in the castle and provides for the whole valley. People come from far and wide to drink it. No, I'm not thirsty. Normally this bowl is full of fruit and nuts. Presumably Mother has decided I should be without such things whilst I am, as she says, positively rotund. Normally this bowl is I've been sleeping badly of late, and sometimes I feel tired all day long. I've never been ill, but something isn't right. I hope I'll find the answer in the library. When Nate, I don't know why, but I know Mother wasn't happy about it. She moved him to a guarded guest room at the other end of the castle. And Cheep Cheep was ordered never to leave my side. An envoy from the Far East gave me this musical
Yeah,
box
this is
years
where
ago.
Cheep Cheep goes.
Wherever I go, I always have its tune in my head. A guard with a spear and shield, and like all elven figures, immaculate.
No, it's not a
At times,
Pokemon. I
many
can't
others were
just
here in
like
the
throw the
Elf
ball
Burrow.
at
Those were
it.
the best that I've ever had. The critter could never keep still when I was drawing him. He was always pulling faces and trying to make me laugh. Wilbur was so excited. He loves elves and our stories. He spent hours sitting with my father and listening to him talk about bygone ages. Complete idiot. I had my birthday during the few weeks that we spent living together here in the Elf Burrow. That was a big deal for Wilbur. He couldn't understand that the significance of birthdays tends to fade after a few 100 years. He insisted on making me a present. He sat in the corner for days knitting me this hat with his little gnarled fingers. Wilbur didn't know that autumn would last for years to come and that elves don't feel the cold, but it was still the best birthday present I've ever had. Mother looked at the hat with so much revulsion that I didn't take it off for days. Wilbur just beamed with pride. Cheep Cheep likes to look at his reflection. He strikes a pose and then tries to impress himself with it, and succeeds most of the time. Cheep Cheep survived our past adventure, even if he'll insist on exactly the opposite. He told everyone for months how he defended me from all the evils of the world and then only just escaped with his tail feathers intact. Hey, Cheep. Most birds love a mirror because they believe they can see another bird in it. You just love them because you can't get enough of yourself. I would be a bit less unbearable if I wasn't incarcerated in here. See you later. Yes, of course I'll be a good girl and stay in my room. My
Yeah,
jewelry
it's
box
the
serves
mirror.
as a podium for the vertically challenged narcissist.
Okay, Silent Gamer.
Could you please move aside? I want to get into my jewellery box. He doesn't listen to me anymore since I almost caused him to be roasted by fireballs, decapitated by swords and eaten by monsters. Mother has permitted him to disregard any of my orders that go against her wishes. His interpretation of this can be liberal. I used to look into the woods for days on end, imagining what the world beyond would be like. Now I know, and I think I miss it. I've seen much suffering, much evil and unkindness in the world out there, but it was exciting. It was alive. Here in the Elf Burrow, everything is so ordered, so perfect, so dull. One day's just like the next, and they just pass by endlessly. We have many exotic plants here in the palace, but sunflowers are my favourite. Apologies, I need a few of your seeds. It may not be befitting of a princess, but this isn't the first time.
Nah, Cheep Cheep.
I
God damn it.
wasn't going. He would. Since Nate left without saying so much as a word, Mother seized the opportunity to marry me off to a proper elf prince. So far, I've managed to frighten off every candidate. Cheep Cheep, would it be possible for you to stop admiring yourself for 2 seconds and move over to stuffing your beak instead? Don't say I never look after you. Pearls, precious stones, sparkling earrings and necklaces. All the stuff I have to wear at official functions. If it were up to Mother, I would have trunkfuls of this stuff, and a wing of the castle would be my wardrobe. She just can't understand why Pa and I aren't into this sort of thing. I'll... Goodness. Hey, withdrawal symptoms? I just need the music box a minute. You don't need to turn your head away from your beautiful... Shh. He's gone to sleep. It got dark and he's simply... No matter. I can now enjoy a few moments of peace. Let's go. As expected, no one here. My parents are in the throne room ruling the lands. Or rather, Mother is. There's only a little water left in the bird bath. Cheep Cheep always says that it evaporates quickly. I, however, think that the constant need to replenish the water is more down to his unbridled joyous splashing and not insignificant body mass. A fairly small, unattractive tree.
Huh. I'd like to see how attractive you'd look if someone disturbed you on the pot in the morning.
You mean...
Anyway, what could I do for you, my little beauty?
The garden always looks fantastic, Arbor.
Thank you. It's a girt load of work. People always think elf gardens are fabulous by their very nature. But you need a mighty good gardener.
You have got green fingers.
Ah, that's just moss, my dear. Happens if you spend all day grubbing around in the earth and don't wash your hands properly in the evenings.
You tree shepherds do a great job.
Tree shepherds? The trees just stand there. What do they need a shepherd? However, I quite fancy one of those shepherd dogs. Hey, Rex, do you want to be my shepherd dog? Nah, my darling. I'm a gardener. Nothing more, nothing less.
Mother put me on a diet this morning so that I'll look perfect for my wedding.
Oh, everything has to be perfect for her. No such thing in nature, of course. Or rather, everything is perfect if you just let nature run its course.
You tell that to Mother.
I have, many times. She be very clever in some things, but very daft concerning that.
Now then, she is the queen.
I'm old enough to be able to call a spade a spade. Spade, gardener, get it?
What are you up to today then? Got much on?
Oh, the usual. You know, it never rains in the Elfborough, but the flowers need their water, so I water them every day.
Ah, the curse of good weather.
The weather isn't the only thing which isn't right. I've been here 30 years, and for 30 years we've had autumn.
Time passes differently in the Elfborough. Slower.
Well, that's why everyone grows to be ancient here, obviously. But if we had a bit of normal weather and the usual seasons, there'd be a lot more variety here.
You and Father, you get along well, don't you?
Ah, no one understands more about nature than him, that's for sure. But I don't often ask him for help. Thinking has never got a field dug, if you get my drift.
He's just more of a theorist.
The mud on your feet, the smell of fresh earth, all that joy and life. And he's missing out on the lot by just sitting around up there and doing nubbit.
I have to get on.
Yep, got a bit to do myself. I just don't know what's wrong with that plant over there. Your mother got a whole heap of flowers given to her the other day from a fairy delegation. All of them took good and strong, just not that one.
Perhaps it needs a special type of soil or something.
Well,
If you're going in,
Oops,
it'd
sorry.
be nice if you didn't tell my mother that you saw me out here.
oh, you playing hooky again? My lips are sealed.
It doesn't look very well at all. It's unusual for flowers to hang their heads in this garden. Normally they blossom in our good earth, not to mention the power of Arbor's green fingers. Hi, Arbor.
Oh, Ivo!
See you later, Arbor.
See ya!
A lovely spot, so long as the bees who have built their hive directly above the bench don't disturb you. I don't know the names of all the plants in the garden. Grandmother knows them all, which is probably down to the fact that it was her that gave many of the plants their names a few thousand years ago. Shite beerwood, sweat tea, dodder flower, fat hen, bistort, stink root. We no longer invite her to family gatherings. This is Mother's mirror. It's said that you can see into the furthest corners of the land and know what's happening in every part of the world. At the moment, it's no more than a shallow bowl. The water's missing. A handy smooth stone, Arbor's sheepdog. Arbor's pot, literally. There are reeds and water lilies growing in the pond. Naturally, they were planted there. They don't grow in the wild so high up the mountains. I can't think of any use for a water lily, but a reed could come in handy. There are elf-made ponds and streams all over the palace ground. Their water's said to have healing powers. No wonder considering where it comes from. That's a weeping willow. It appears to be so content it looks anything but sad. The spring brook emerges up there. It's still small here, but it becomes one of the largest and most important rivers in the woodland realm. Swords of all the idiots who have tried to conquer the elf burrow. It's become less frequent over the last few centuries. Humans and dwarves appear to have learnt their lesson.
It's silly. Okay. Hey, Static. Alright.
This flower
I
clearly
need
is one of
water.
the more exotic of the palace's flowers. It comes from a country in the deep south beyond the deserts. It's said that the flower of this plant used to be sent as a declaration of war, or if one wanted to deprive someone of all sense. What have we got here then? Aha! Ah! Almanac of Elf Medicine. That's what I've been looking for.
Ow! Be careful, if you please.
A speaking book?
An ill elf?
I haven't been feeling too well recently. I'm sleeping badly and have no appetite. I know that elves are very seldom ill, but if it's not that, then it must be some kind of magic or curse.
Seldom ill does not actually mean never ill. Elves can, for instance, suffer from a broken heart.
Oh, please.
It is one of the most common causes of death amongst beautiful princesses.
Oh, it must be something else.
Sensitive elves can sometimes suffer from the pains of the world. There are a variety of ear infections, and of course it could also be lupus.
It's never lupus.
But I think it is something else.
Like what?
To be completely certain, you must mix a potion and drink it.
Are you serious?
Very.
All right, this potion. What goes in it?
It is very easy to make. You need to pound together the green fruit of a metis bush, a spoonful of honey and a red herring, and then mix with water into a viscous potion.
Oh, that sounds revolting.
It's medicine. It isn't supposed to taste nice.
And if I drink it, I'll be well again?
We will then at least know what is wrong with you.
This metis bush, where can I find one?
Haven't a clue. I'm just a book and have spent years sandwiched between dusty hymnals and a tome of revolting recipes.
A red herring. Are you serious?
Of course, why not? Red herrings are known all over the land as particularly useful fish. Their uses in the areas of medicine, cuisine, and literature are too numerous to mention.
All right, so I've got a red herring. What are the potion's ingredients again?
The green fruit of a metis bush, a spoonful of honey, and a red herring. You have to put everything into a bowl with a bit of water and pound it until it forms a viscous potion.
Thank you. I think that's all for now.
Normally, it's me that ends patient consultations. You are only a princess, but I am a doctor.
A few years ago, this dragon was causing a whole lot of grief. A bounty was put on its head, and all heroes of the land were encouraged to hunt it down. 40 brave warriors penetrated its lair and slew it. They brought the head to the palace where it was displayed in triumph. The strange thing was that a bit later more adventurers came carrying an identical head. Then more and more heroes arrived. A great example of the variety of our world's fauna. Some of the ideas Mother Nature has can be quite off the wall. Several books about animals, an atlas, a book about humans, actually more of a brochure. And what's this? Fishing for the moderately talented. Perhaps there are a few practical hints and tips in the fishing book. A lucrative season with a successful technique doesn't just depend on the type and quality of your tackle, but also on a really good spot. It doesn't matter whether you jig, dip, toddle or feed. Wobblers, twisters, spinners, blinkers, poppers, jigs, jerks and live bait must be presented in the most enticing ways possible. I haven't the faintest idea what all that means. I presume my fishing talents are not quite advanced enough to enable me to use this book. Goldsmithing, masonry, and a book about carpentry. Like all books in this library, it's a guest present. The logic behind this must be, those elves, they have so many beautiful statues and items of wood. They'll be really interested in this. Why don't we present them with a book about it? What they don't realise, though, is that if we're interested in a subject, then we'll already know pretty much all there is to know about the matter, and the book's of no use to us whatsoever. Working with wood. There's a master whittler down in the valley. I've enjoyed watching him in the past. He carves animal figures so real that humans and dwarfs believe that they are actually animals turned into wood. This one's more about interiors, making furniture and the like. Plane the wood down by a pixie's thumb and saw the board into 2 equal length pieces. Who knows what that might be good for? The Biggest Plant Book of Avantasia by Charles Mendel with illustrations by Alexander Bonpland. A standard reference book that Arbor always used to consult every now and then. However, he insists that he now knows it off by heart. A present from one of the northern kingdoms. Strange folk up there. The men climb mountains and shout foul-mouthed things in dragon's language at the dragons. I think it's some kind of test of courage. There's a selection of cubes here. For a while, it was all the rage at official state visits to give geometric presents.
I don't know why she backed out of that doorway before walking through it. Oh, that's right, that's just her bedroom.
It opened easily from the outside. If it was,
but I think I need...
I could use the bowl to prepare the medicine. A spoonful of honey. Oh, sounds... Water's the easiest ingredient. Since Nate left without saying so much as a word, Mother seized the opportunity to marry me off. Since Nate left without... Water's the easiest ingredient. That should do it. The medicine book reckoned that it should be a viscous potion. Pearls, goodness no. That leads up to... Mother will be conducting the affairs of state.
Right.
I really shouldn't... I should tell Mother how her daughter... The worms are happy and fat. The earth in the bonsai pot seems to have done them good. A handy smooth stone, Arbor's sheepdog. The reed from the garden pond. It's like a hollow pipe. Well, pipes are normally hollow. I don't really know much about reeds or pipes, but if I'm not mistaken, then those things are called pipe cleaners. If Arbor doesn't know what's wrong with the plant, I don't have any time to rest, and that... Mother thought it was unseemly of the bees to build their... I don't think she could get used to the thought that she would no longer be the only queen here. I convinced Mother not to have the hive removed, and she... However, should she be stung, then the hive's days are numbered. Isn't there a turn of phrase like stirring as long as the bees are wide awake and buzzing? No idea what kind of bush this is, but its red fruit looks very young. If I learnt one thing in the woods, it's that you shouldn't eat anything you don't know. The willow is stretching its branches up high into the sky with glee. One part of the waterfall's already lying in its shadow. If it continues to grow like that, it'll shade half the garden. As suspected, there are red herrings swimming in the pond. They are really saltwater fish that live in the sea. But they always come back to their homeland to breed. They're the only known fish variety that can scale nearly vertical cliffs. The waterfall and I have been neighbours for... I'm going to have to take a few more of your seeds, but I promise this is the last time. A delicate, sweet scent. It reminds me of a wood over in the west where I learnt to use a bow and arrow. No more water in the jug, but I don't need... And that's the sound of Cheep Cheep Snow. One can almost see Mother would never... A book about woodcrafts, sanding, cutting, hammering, all that sort of stuff. Look, I found this book in...
Woodcrafts? Why are you showing me that?
I thought it might interest you.
I don't like horror stories.
Horror stories?
Wood that has been clamped into a revolving monstrosity to be whittled down layer by layer to the core? What do you call that then?
Sorry, never looked at it like that.
Branches sawed off, boards nailed together, wood treated with chemicals. Sick stuff.
Okay. I think I need like rope or something. There's something I'm missing. I don't remember what it is. It's gonna drive me insane.
Why do so many people hate this flower? Perhaps it has an abhorrent... Now that explains why this flower is classified as a weapon in 24 countries. It's said that a ruler in the north wanted to build himself a throne out of all the swords of conquered enemies. Unfortunately, he died after only conquering one enemy, when he refused to heed all the warnings and sat on the throne. Hi.
Well, what?
I demand to know this instant what sort of illness I have.
Sometimes it's
I can take it.
a placebo only work. Make the potion and then come back.
Thank you for your...
That's
This plant reminds me of the one that Arbor's having problems with at the moment. Love Lily. The love lily enters into an enduring relationship with another plant very early in its life, which frequently lasts its lifetime. If the partner plant dies, then the love lily does not normally survive the separation. This plant reminds me of love lily. If the partner... Mandrake should only... Killer tomatoes are the most devious of the meat-eating plants. Disguised as tomato...
Hey, welcome back. I think this is the romantic partner of...
This flower was given to us by the... I bet they're...
Yeah, I knew it. Okay. It's been so long since I played, but like I remember it.
I've got a flower here that could help you with your love lily.
And?
Yes, look. Look, do you know this flower?
Ha ha ha! You did well, girl.
It would appear so.
You snivelling girl? You all right?
No. Yes? I don't know.
Well then, I think I've earned myself a little rest now.
That's Arbor's little spade. He always leaves his stuff all over the garden. I will only deploy this flower in self-defense, or when it could prove amusing. The smoke from Arbor's pipe seems to be calming the bees. This is my chance.
Hey now, you all right there?
Sorry, had to do it.
Well, I'm not happy about this destruction of nature. Not unless I get half of that there honey.
I don't need any more. The rest is for you.
Oh, that be good stuff. But that's enough. The bees need a bit too.
Isn't that just lovely? Two plants that have found each other and want to spend the...
Not really sure.
If it were possible to hit fish with stones, who'd need a rod?
It's going. We had our first PvP event, which was jousting, and if you got knocked off your parasaur, you had to fight with, that's just the cube. You had to fight with, like, flame arrows, which was pretty cool to look at, like, when it was nighttime, because there was just, like, flame arrows everywhere. But there's a lot of people. I need rope. Did I miss it somewhere? Am I blind? Do you have like a chain necklace somewhere in this box?
Pearls, precious stones, sparkling earrings and necklaces. Goodness knows what I could use this tap for right now. The box, as well as its hinges and lock, has been found. About 1 spoon of honey. just need to borrow your spade a moment. Is that okay?
Of course. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
I don't know what I could ask him right now. No, I need a bit more practical experience in fishing before the book will help me. Helmets with horns.
Very well, Your Royal Highness. Huh, how old are you again?
I'm so lost. Oh, duh. Okay.
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for 'ee?
If I were ill and needed to make some medicine, then you'd help me with that, wouldn't you?
Ill? You're an elf. Don't get ill.
But if I were...
Oh, come on. Now tell me. How can I help you?
Do we have a metis bush in the garden here?
That bush over yonder.
But that fruit's red.
And what colour do you expect, then?
Green. Are they only green when they're not ripe?
Nah, they're blue, then. They're green when the bush senses danger.
Pardon?
The metis bush
Yeah,
has
I forgot that I had to
exceptionally
talk
delicious
to
sweet fruit.
him
But if it thinks it's in
to get
danger,
stuff
then they
from
go
him.
green and very sour.
Like running
Or,
around looking for
defense
stuff, but I just had to talk to him.
And the bush only has red fruit because it has nothing to be afraid of here.
That's right.
I often see you fishing. Could you lend me your rod?
Of course, if you bring it back in one piece. What's up?
I was convinced that I would have to make my own fishing rod or that you'd ask me to collect a variety of mystical items in exchange for it.
Why? It's only a rod.
Thanks.
Well, everything needs to be complicated, you know.
There's something else. About the potion,
Art?
there's something else. I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
Art, that I won't.
Here we go. Now I use the horn. That's not what I meant to click on. Scare the bushes.
If the bush had a heart, it would have skipped a few beats. Thanks.
Great. And now I go fishing.
The worms provide a great lure and should increase my fishing success rate, whatever that is. I always hang one onto the hook before I cast the line out. The worms are happy and fat. The earth in the bonsai pot seems to have done them good.
Now I
I don't
remember.
have a clue about fishing, but I'll try my luck. Just as I expected, nothing. On the other hand, somehow I have the feeling that I now know what I'm doing. I guess that I can just practice until I'm good enough. Or I could try to speed things up by learning more about fishing elsewhere. No, I need a bit more practical experience in fishing before the book will help me. Pity. A classic. Nothing.
I think I have to go to 10.
A classic. A classic. At last. Now I can tick the red herring off my list.
I'm still gonna get it to 10 just for my OCD.
what I need, but this is so much fun. And perhaps I'll have a bit of luck catching other interesting things in the pond. A classic. A classic.
There we go. Before I go to my room, let's see if I can read the book.
Perhaps I have enough knowledge to now understand the book. Right. Aha! Oh, twice in a row. Then. That was educational. Oh, that fruit smells really sour. Thanks for the sacrifice, little fish. Now I've got all the ingredients. I just need to crush them. I'm pretty sure that there's never been anything so utterly revolting concocted in the Elf Burrow ever. Oh, I hope this is some kind of joke. I don't know much, but I do know that I'm not going to drink this potion until I've had another chat to the medicine book about it. I need to know which disease this potion's meant to be good for. Looks as if it's been pre-digested several times. Hi.
Well, what's up?
The potion's ready, but you don't seriously expect me to drink it, do you?
You must.
Cheap, I'm so... Yes, I know, but... This, medicine. Well, I did tell you that I wasn't feeling well, and the medicine book here thinks it could be something serious.
She has to drink it, the sour metis fruit, sweet honey and salty fish. That should give us an answer.
Oh, it looks revolting.
It is medicine. It's not supposed to taste nice. That's right. Down to the last drop.
Not as bad as I was expecting. In actual fact, it's quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that.
Congratulations, Ivo. You are pregnant.
No. That is completely impossible. You must be wrong. Surely it's a misdiagnosis.
You are an elf and say that potion is quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that. That's raging hormones talking.
I don't have any hormones. Cheap, no. No, the book has made a mistake. I cannot be pregnant. I've never stood in the divine water with Nate on Midsummer's Night singing the Song of Life? Why? How do humans do it? They do what?
Elves and humans can have children together, but it's not possible without sex.
You see? We never had sex. At least not to my knowledge.
But the diagnosis is crystal clear.
Let's just pretend that I am pregnant. There must be some explanation, rational or otherwise.
If we discount the possibility that the child was conceived by natural means, which would certainly appear to be the case here, then that leaves us with just the unconventional conception methods. Did you, perhaps, make some kind of pact with a goblin regarding the child? Child in exchange for gold or a kingdom, for example?
No.
Has a god in the guise of a bull appeared to you in your dreams? Any angels been having a word with you?
No.
Have any stars fallen from the heavens recently?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Then that just leaves magic, or a curse. But unfortunately, that is not my area of expertise.
I wish it was so cheap, but my feeling is that the book is right. I am pregnant. One thing's certain. Mother must never find out about this. I don't know either. Do you think that my tummy will start to show? Oh. I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure why, but it would appear that I'm pregnant. And as all other possibilities have been eliminated, then it must be a curse that's responsible. That is fantastic! No, of course I didn't mean it like that, but just think. Me, cursed. That sounds like an adventure. Totally obvious what we need to do now. We ask Archmage Alistair. He's the wisest magician in the realm of man, and he's a friend. He'll be able to tell us what it means. Oh, no, you don't. You remember who was meant to be looking after me so that nothing happens to me, don't you? Alistair's sure to have the answers. We'll have to track him down in the Mage Tower in Seastone. Only, how are we going to get there? Seastone is days away from here. Oh yeah, saying fly is all well and good. Are you going to teach me quickly then? No, we need a fast mode of transport. And then there's the small matter of the Border Watch. Their longbows can take out a fly's eye at 400 metres, and they will shoot if said fly should dare to set foot in or leave the woodland realm without permission. You don't by any chance know the password that the Border Watch use? Typical. That's exactly the problem. Mother chooses a new password every single day, and there's no way I'll get it out of her. Oh, why don't you know the password? You normally know everything. Hey, know-it-all. Mother's mirror. It knows more than you. It must know the password. If we work as a team, we should be able to cast a little light on the matter cheap. After all, if it is a curse, then I'm the victim, not the perpetrator. Well, yes, I know that. She'll blame us whatever happens. But it's best for us to have some answers rather than just presenting her the facts, don't you think? Transport and the password. Let's go. Nothing for it. Have to talk to Pa.
Ivo, I thought that we'd agreed that you would stay in your room.
I'm
What are you, my darling?
pretty. I am pretty.
But of course you are. You are my daughter and an elf princess. So you disobeyed me just to tell me this.
I just left my room to do a bit of training.
Mm-hmm.
You said yourself I've put on a few pounds, and I'm not going to get rid of them by lying around on my bed all day.
Where does this sudden insight come from?
I can't keep asking myself what to do with my life. Perhaps marriage isn't such a bad idea.
It most certainly isn't. And if you train diligently, I'm sure Prince Lalilos will like you a lot.
Of course. Fine.
I would love to help you, but I'm most dreadfully busy. A kind of epidemic seems to have broken out in Seastone.
An epidemic in Seastone?
It's strange. We're getting reports from the whole of the Middle Kingdom. Objects and beings have been changed.
What do you mean?
The situation isn't clear. It appears as if some kind of terrible power is gradually moving through the whole land, changing it. Do you remember the story of the Nothing? A big blackness that gradually swallowed a fairy kingdom bit by bit.
Of course.
This time it is much worse. It is pink.
An epidemic in Seastone. Is it wise for me and it to go there? On the other hand, Wilbur and the Archmage are in Seastone. Perhaps I can help them to fight the epidemic in exchange for them helping me with my problem. Pa doesn't like getting up early. He always says he needs lots of sleep, but he's never said why. Hey, Pa, the day started ages ago.
What? Oh, Ivo, how's my favourite daughter?
I'm your only daughter.
Oh, that I had 100. You are and will remain something very special. The other 99 will be as well, though.
Pa, you're nuts. Isn't it a wonderful day today? Again.
Just as the caterpillars cough in the morning dew. Yet, something seems to be troubling you.
She looked me up like a small child.
Have you argued again?
She started it.
She loves you.
And she only wants the best for me. How can it be best for me if she constantly criticises me and forces me to do things that I don't want to do?
She believes that this will help prepare you for the life that awaits you.
I'd just like to decide for myself.
I know. Your mother just doesn't understand that, because she never had that choice.
Mother wants me to marry this Prince Lalilos.
I did hear about that.
Is that your wish too?
All I wish for is for you to be happy.
Aha, so I'm not going to marry him.
Unfortunately, not all wishes are granted.
Oh.
You are an elf princess. You will need to marry sooner or later. It's just when and who. I'd rather just leave that to Mother Nature.
I wish you could convince Mother of that.
I fear her faith in your taste of men has been shaken a little since... Well, you know. She wants to prevent your heart being broken again. That's why she is choosing someone that she thinks is right for you.
Enlighten me, Father.
Evil-smelling murlocs, laughing madly and turning quickly in circles. They may be clever, but they are not wise.
Understood. Pa, would you have used the artifact of divine fate, or would you have hidden it like we did?
I think that too much power can corrupt any one of us.
But you have great powers, and you've never used them for evil.
I could have cured diseased woodlands with the artifact, cleaned rivers in the air. And then what? Then I might have chased away the lumberjacks and destroyed the factories of the dwarves.
I could have helped a lot of humans.
Things take time, Ivo. If you force change before its time's come, then it won't last.
I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you later, Father. Only priestesses are allowed to get water from the well. Up to now, my mother hasn't tried to make me into a priestess. If I'm lucky, she never will. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea. I can blame Mother for a lot of things, but not laziness. On the contrary, she does the same work as 3 people put together, because she doesn't trust anyone to do it as well. Shame that the tree's casting more and more shade over the waterfall. Before, the sunlight used to dance on it, and there were the most wonderful rainbows. You're having a good time?
What can I...
Do you know how to cast a spell over a magic mirror?
Do I look like a magician or priest?
Perhaps you saw Mother doing it sometime.
Many times. She tips water from 3 different vessels into the bowl and then mumbles a bit to herself. Some kind of elf priestess magic nonsense. I don't know nothing about that.
Me neither. I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
That's just what I need. I don't know how Cheap escaped the music. These earrings here. They're sparkling and glinting in the sunshine. They could actually come in handy. Each cube is Hey, Chief. I've got sunflower seeds. Want one? I can imagine the whole experience has made you hungry. We will get through this together, right? I'm really sorry about that business with the musical box, Chief. I had to find out what was wrong with me. Are we friends again? Good. I'll be back soon, Cheap. Why not? Perhaps I'm in luck. It works. One of the symbols is glowing. There's only a little water left in the bird. I, however, think that the constant earrings that sparkle and glint, beloved by women and fish. That looks promising. Nothing. A classic. Oh. The worms are happy and fat. The earth... This symbol's on the bottom. Mother?
Yes.
Those symbols on the columns, what do they mean?
First your insights concerning your wedding, and now an interest in the spiritual. You do surprise me. The 3 symbols depict the 3 different forms that water takes. They are important. Water that falls from the sky. Water that springs. And water...
Oh. What's all this different?
Not all water is this. If it bubbles out of a spring, then it is spring water. The voice of water changes, its soul.
And if different forms of water are mixed together...
But it's not as easy as you might imagine. Water is constantly changing its form. Rain is water from the sky, but as soon as it lands in a puddle...
That stuff in the moon well, that's water-based.
Of course it is, my darling.
Could I take some of it?
It is holy water. We only use... What do you need it for?
I need it for a potion. It's one of...
Really? What sort of potion?
Well, the moon water's a particularly pure and clean water. I thought that it could form the basis of a beauty potion.
It is true that this water is purported to have healing powers.
I didn't want to trouble you with this, but then I thought, if I'm meant to be looking my best for the prince, then such a potion wouldn't do any harm.
Oh, absolutely. Do you have a vessel? May the Moonwell water give you the help you need to become more beautiful, just as it has always helped me.
See you later, Mother.
Don't put...
Right, now water that has been bathed in moonshine. That must mean the water that's come from the moonwell. Aha! That's got the second symbol. You're having a good time?
What can
You shouldn't. It's not...
No lungs, no problems.
Don't you think it's a bit weird?
Yeah, I know. I'm terrible.
Arbor, I'm going to have to leave the elf burrow for a few days.
Ah.
Not as...
Oh, she not gonna like that. But what?
Oh, thank you, Arbor. And don't tell any...
Oh, he wouldn't. Just don't you go staying away too long.
Of course. In the outside...
Quite right.
I need a special sort of water, Arbor. Can you help?
A special sort of water?
Arbor, please help. I need water.
There, the waterfall. As much water as you want.
Oh, it's not that simple. That water's changed. I need water...
You elves always like to make things complicated, don't you? You got a container? There you go. And don't start telling me that this is some kind of snot water or the like. This be tip-top quality groundwater.
Should work. Thank you. I have to get on.
That I...
Let's hope that Arbor's donation of water that spills from the earth will work. It hasn't really spilled from the earth, but it is groundwater, and it's never seen the sun. Now all the symbols are glowing. Hello? Are you there?
I'm always there.
I did summon you, but I don't really know anything about you. Do you live in the water, or are you the water?
No, the water is just a reflective surface. I live on the other side of the mirrors. I see what happens in front of mirrors. To you, they are simple reflections. To me, they are the window through which I view your world.
Okay. And Mother and others summon you to ask your advice.
I wouldn't exactly describe it as asking. They know how to reach me via one of the mirrors. They want me to give them information, and if I don't answer, they just stand there and stare at me.
So you help them?
That is the question, is it not? Do I have an interest in supporting either one or the other side, or would I rather watch a catastrophe unfold?
So you'd pour oil onto the fire just because you want to watch the flames?
I could, but mostly I restrict myself to watching. I love to see how things develop. I can't abide when things come to a standstill. That's when I'm always tempted to give someone a shove in the right direction.
So you live on the other side of all mirrors? Does that include the one in my bedroom?
I can look through any reflective surface. I see all.
You do close your eyes, when it's the decent thing to do, right?
I see all.
Yes, understood. But if someone's undressing in front of their mirror or doing embarrassing things that no one else should see, you do look away, right?
I can see into the furthest reaches of the world. I see the good and the bad, the beautiful and the abominable.
You saw me giving an imaginary harp concert in front of my mirror.
I count that amongst the abominable.
Hello, how are ya?
Are you really all-knowing?
No, but it sounds better than I am the seer who saw more than any other being in the world and yet didn't see all.
There's talk of an epidemic in Seastone which is spreading. Do you know anything about it?
It is not an epidemic.
What is it then?
It's something that you get involved with.
Can you see into the future?
Stories repeat themselves. Other places, other participants, but the course remains the same. Good fights evil.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay.
I need today's password for the Woodland Realm Border Watch. Do you know it?
Of course. Your mother told the commander of the guards when she was standing next to the mirror surface of the moon well.
Can I have it?
Absolutely. I want to see how this develops, and there are quite a few surprises awaiting you in Seastone.
Which, of course, you're not going to tell me about.
They wouldn't be surprises if I told you about them.
By any chance, is the password melon?
How do you know that?
Stories repeat themselves. Do you not know that? Thanks for that unsettling conversation. I have to go.
Yes, you must. But we will see each other again soon.
You mean to say you will see me and follow my every move?
Yes, but I didn't mean that. You will seek me out before this story ends.
Really?
Yes, you will want to help a friend in need and won't know how to. That's when you will seek and find me.
Where will I find you?
In a flying town, in a house with no corners. Till then, Princess Ivo of the Woodland Realm.
But, oh...
Okay.
Perhaps the tree would like to hear a little story from the book. One can easily fell a tree with the help of an axe and wedges. In my experience, nothing beats a sharp saw guided by two men. Slish, slash! The teeth of the saw bite into the wood, and in a few minutes, even the largest tree tumbles to the ground. After this, the smaller branches and the bark are removed from the trunk using hatchets. Once the tree is sawn into several pieces, it's ready to be transported away. Oh, I'm so sorry. It'll be all right. You'll see. The only thing I can say in my defense is simply beautiful. Clear water that Hey, since the willow's branches are hanging down for some inexplicable reason, the sun is able. Hey, Cheap. Think, Cheap. How... You've got an idea? A flight magazine? You've taken out a subscription to... Yeah, all right. Hippogriff stud Aculeus in the blue... A hippogriff? That could carry me. But the Blue Mountains aren't close. And just a pot of gold. Now where are we meant... Yes, I think you're right. I'll be back soon, Cheap. A pot of gold, and no grumpy leprechaun protecting it. What a stroke of luck. Hey, Cheap. I have the pot of gold here. Go on. Oh, I realise it's too heavy. I won an arm wrestling contest against an orc warrior in Seastone with the help of a strength elixir. We could get something like that for you. I'll be back soon. Hi.
Well,
Thank you for your...
that's what...
I already know everything that this book... You're having a good time.
What can I do?
I don't need your spade anymore.
Ah, that's...
Ah,
Oh, what the heck.
tell me, you know a bit about nature.
Oh, don't know. The bees pollinate the flowers. Very simple, but elves, humans...
Yeah, and also,
Oh, I know.
I have to get on.
Are...
plant would survive, I'm sure, but at the moment... Pa?
Yes, Pop.
Enlighten...
Evil smell denied by those they may be
That... Doesn't Mother's way of doing...
naturally.
Then why don't you tell her?
Does the GNU talk of spring? I love her, and if she doesn't, I love you both.
But...
You shouldn't worry too much.
You know.
Has a zebra got...
How can it have happened?
I don't know.
It is! I want to know...
Then look for the answer.
How can you be so...
Because I...
And if it isn't fine?
Then it is not.
If you don't know what the pregnant...
The fact that I don't know means that you did not get... And if something does not conform, no one knows more.
We agree?
Like snails. Only...
I know. Hypothetically, if
You could ask me to give him the necessary strength.
Really?
Of course. But the effect would not last.
He doesn't need to do that.
All right.
I have a few sunflowers.
Good. Keep still.
That's it.
Just give Cheep Cheep these seeds to eat shortly before he starts on his journey.
Thanks. I've got quite a lot to...
Goodbye.
See you... Hey, Cheep. Father's changed the sunflowers. Well, can you feel anything? Now, don't Okay, here. Oh, I hope it works. But what's he gonna be like when he's super cheap? He's got enough... Oh, that's overdoing it a bit. I thought you just wanted to deliver the pot of gold. You deserve it. It's really in there, is it? Our hippogriff? Why did the stud put it in there? Couldn't they have just let it fly back with you? You mean it was in the box already? You didn't actually see it? Huh, I'd love to have your trust. Oh well, at least it's pretty lively. Cheep Cheep blind purchased the hippogriff. His trust in the Aculeus stud is far greater than his mistrust of humankind's capacity to deceive. Relax, I'm on it. You've still got the receipt, haven't you, Cheap? The little chap has enough strength to demolish a heavy wooden box. That's a pretty good sign. The floor of the box has been covered with newspaper. I wonder how long the hippogriff had to cope with being in there. Cheap? Didn't the hippogriff in the magazine look a bit different to this? Bigger, bit more griff and a bit less hippo? Is this the effect of the epidemic? Mother said it changed things. You are strong enough, aren't you? You were able to demolish that box just now. Can you carry me as far as Seastone? Right then. The Archmage. Murdered? By Wilbur Weathervane? There's something strange afoot, Cheap. Mark my words. I don't believe a word of it. Someone's responsible for this epidemic and someone wants to hurt our friends. Away to Seastone.
I think that's
My
the
name
end of
is
chapter
Weathervane,
1.
Professor Weathervane.
You want to teach us?
Well, yes. Why not?
You're a gnome. Gnomes can't do magic.
I can and have. During my mage training, yes?
My mother also says that you should not be a teacher. But I think you're great, Professor.
Oh, thank you.
Say, Professor, what exactly is the magic constant? How long must Veritaserum mature? What can you tell us about ancient magic runes?
You seem to really know a lot about magic.
More than you, anyway. Maybe we should switch places.
Maybe you should shut your... we never talked to teachers like that in my day.
Well, we do in mine. We'd like to have answers to our questions.
I will answer all your questions, but not now. It's time for History of Magic.
Then I have a history question. As everyone knows, gnomes are completely incompetent when it comes to magic. To be exact, only one great gnome mage has appeared in the last 800 years. He defeated Gremar, the last of the great dragons. What was the name of that last great gnome mage?
Not right now. We will open your textbooks to page 100 and...
So I was right, wasn't I? You know nothing, not even the name of the only great maid your own people ever produced.
I just need a drink of water. Frog in my throat.
Ha!
Oh man, Master Marcus warned me that the students would test me the first few hours, but this is a nightmare. I don't know all these things. I know nothing. Easy, boy, easy. Think, Wilbur, think. A bowl of fresh, cool water for my roommate. There's no way I'm taking a bowl with me. I mean, it's not like I can just... But I... Do you want some water, Friedlin?
He seems to be hungry more than anything. This is Fridolin, my rabbit sheep. I had to cast the transformation spell during my mage training, and this is the result. The bed is pretty cozy, but that's okay. Friends share, and he lets me sleep. The teddy is just, a keepsake and some moral support from home. Soft and cuddly most. These are the aviator goggles that my granddad gave me before my first trip to Seastone. Well, a pair of aviator goggles. The original pair was lost when Grandad fired me into the cannon. My whole family stayed in the White Ridge Mountains. Why would they even want to come to Seastone? This isn't their world. Little Sydney can walk now and reach everything that's on the workbenches. That tripled her invention output. Maggie doesn't build battle robots anymore since the war is over. Now she's experimenting with computing machines. But Grandad said there's no future in it. Mages use balls like this to communicate over long distances. He'll know how I can tame those unruly students. So, what was that number again? 64731?
Hello.
Ah! Oh, wrong number! Ah, my wand. The King of Thieves got it for me during my mage trip. He and the other rats have been tirelessly helping to rebuild the city in recent months. They work closely with the Archmage, albeit mostly in secret. I still haven't figured out exactly how it works. Sometimes Archmage Alistair's promised to have a look at it sometime. I can't remember, Master Marks. I had it written. This is my contract. Signed. I'm the first teacher in the School of Witchcraft and... It looked like this before I ever moved in. Generations of teachers must have left their stuff here. I like it. The school has a history and when I have time, I'll rummage through it. A few of the crates and boxes are labelled. Hand or not. Master Marcus and the Archmage were so busy rebuilding the city that no one had the opportunity to teach me anything about teaching. This box was in a shop window down in the city. I thought it might be useful, after all, but unfortunately it just seems to be a bunch of those tricks. Short white rope, pair of dice, playing, that's just not right. It can't be healthy in the long run for Fridolin to always eat parchment and old... This has to be the oldest shoe I've ever seen. It's so old it's even... That's strange. There's paper in the bottom of the shoe. It's a sheet from a book. It's folded in the middle and printed on both sides. It wasn't torn out. It looks more like the... A beautiful golden ear trumpet. One of my predecessors. The entire school building is a bit scary. No one knows exactly where it was the last 20 years. There's a lot of magic in these old walls. Okay, we'll do it like this. I'll give you some delicious pet food, and you give me my notebook. Okay. Now give me my... Hey, I thought we had a deal. Maybe I can loop. That's it. Hey, Fridolin. All you have to do is... Wow! But now the food is gone and Frid... no wonder I didn't do it. It says, space-saving instant dry... Ah. Friedelin's crazy about this stuff, and I've never even prepared it properly. Sometimes my wand works perfectly, and sometimes less. I think we make a good team. Unfortunately, Friedelin... How about some water? That's what I thought. See how well I take care of you? Oops. Sorry. It says, Master Marcus, only in emergencies, 64179. This is definitely an emergency. I'm losing my students' respect before I even had it. Well, 6417 and, 9. Hopefully this will work this time.
Yes? Hello?
Master Marcus!
Wilbur, what is it?
Students, questions, help!
Take it easy. Tell me what happened.
You have to help me, Master Marcus. The students, they're always asking me questions.
Of course, you're their teacher.
But I don't know the answers. I've only been a teacher for a few days and I'm all alone. And the school is eerie and there's no textbooks and no one wants to learn anything and...
Wilbur, no one expects you to be the perfect teacher right away. Wake your students' enthusiasm for magic. That would be a good start.
Apparently there was a powerful gnome mage a long time ago. Did he kill any dragons?
According to legend, the last of the great dragons, Gremma, was defeated by a gnome.
That's the one I mean. What was that gnome's name?
No one knows. He arrived at a time of great need and saved the people of the Southlands by accomplishing the impossible. Then he disappeared without a trace.
Wow. But one of my students asked me for his name.
Then he probably wanted to lead you up the garden path. Some students want to find your weaknesses and see how far they can go. Don't take any guff.
Sorry, I'm answering a text message. Give me a second. Okay.
You said I should inspire my students, but how am I supposed to do that? I don't know anything about the history of magic.
Obviously not, otherwise you would know that you'll never attract anyone with that subject.
But it's in the curriculum.
Oh, bugger the curriculum. Do what you're good at. Cast spells. Fill them with wonder. Make them want to be able to do the same.
But I don't know how.
Wilbur, you conjured a sheep out of a hat, and you didn't know how to do that either. Go out there and knock them dead. Let the magic do the work.
Just do some magic.
Just do.
Thanks for your help, Master Marcus.
Sorry, but no, Wilbur. You caught me packing. I'm off to...
What, you...
Maybe it's more than just a holiday. I solved the mage. Finally do what I really want to do.
Role-playing games?
Live role-playing. I play a removals contractor who is caught in a traffic jam with his truck. Can you imagine what adventures...
But,
That it is. Have fun.
Master Marcus. Hello. Come on, Wilbur. You can do it. You can inspire your students.
That's better.
So what about the magic runes?
No one knows the name of the gnome that defeated Grandma. Nice try. Feet off the desk, or I'll make it bite them off. Enough with history of magic. Let's cast some spells. Fairy games. Doesn't sound bad, right?
Impossible!
Not bad, eh? Wow! That is magic. And here you can learn how to control it. That's it for today. Tomorrow we'll do something else.
Oh, sorry, honey. Get rid of that, will you? I need a word with Mr. Weathervane. Mr. Weathervane, nice to find
Hey,
you
Joshua.
in person.
And you are?
How very precious. I rather thought it'd be wise to watch out for you, Mr. Weathervane.
Why watch out for me?
You only play the innocent little country yokel. I always knew that. Your patron, Archmage Alistair, will not win the election against me. Did you know that we're only 3 points behind him in the latest polls?
No, I wasn't. How may I help you?
Help me? One of the Archmage's top men wants to help me. You know how the game is played, don't you, Withervane?
What game?
Things are heating up. The House of Cards is stuck. We both lie low, waiting for the other to make a mistake.
What mistake did the Archmage make?
He hired you. A gnome with a fake diploma issued by none other than the Archmage's brother Mark.
I earned my diploma honestly.
Gnomes know nothing of magic. Everyone...
But Archmage Alistair believes in me.
As the head mage, he appoints the professors. But I'm the headmaster. Block will reveal your incompetence, and the newspapers will...
My friend, Archmage...
Oh, he is a great mage, and he was a great leader during the war, most of the time.
And that's...
I am a rich and...
Alistair would step down for you if he believed...
You know what? I actually believe you're right. Strange, isn't it? How...
The new headmaster.
Horatius Block. A good man.
If he can help this school return to its former glory, I look forward.
Former glory? This old ruin? It was all... And wherever it was for the last 20 years, it definitely looks like they didn't have any cleaners.
So I guess it's all been said, hasn't it?
You're on a sinking ship, Withervane. But I could still be convinced.
I trust the Archmage.
Then, Mr. Withervane, you... Here, elect Sybil Van Buren. Come along, honey. We're leaving.
There aren't any of these in my book of fairy tales, Mama.
I know, honey.
Can you turn him into a unicorn? Or the Cheshire Cat? Or the Frog Prince?
Oh, Chantal forgot her book. Seems to be a book of fairy tales. My dad used to read me fairy tales. Proper. I'll just leave it there. This is the desk that Chantal, the daughter of the council leader in Little Hard to imagine two students being any more different. Chantal is only here because of its tradition and her family. Timmy, though, well, he is eager to learn and was so excited the last few days. A pencil case. This is the desk that Chantal... Timmy, though. I don't think the Archmage even has broke. Either he lacks the gold or he doesn't want to conduct... I don't know who that boy was. He was a right pain in the ass. However, he seemed to understand a great deal about magic. Generations of students have left them. Here's a particularly long one. For all drifters and troublemakers, condemned to write the same sentence on the board over and over again, no problem. Cast the automation spell on the piece of chalk and it does it all the work for you. Bartholomew. Hey, aye, that's cheating. Pretty clever though. The spell carved into wood down there, I'll just write it down. It didn't let me down this time though. It worked even. It was like it wanted to con. Unusual. This device looks more like ordinary engineering than it does magic. Most magical devices have lots of golden parts, elaborate decorations, and bells and whistles. This one could easily... Ooh, crazy drawing. Only the wisest mages can Teachers are traditionally paid in apples. I got this one myself, because I didn't want to spend... I wanted to ask the Archmage whether good teachers... But When he... This book looks very... Half the class had runny noses, most were recaptured. This is the roll book where the teacher writes down any... Plus 5 points for defeating a troll, minus 50 for leaving your dorm at night. Whoa! School... The mixing of potions, it's a bit like cooking, except a stew doesn't kill, or... No, with a little luck. I suspect that some sort of strange magical creatures were kept in the cages. Students, for example. The little fellas look like they've got nothing but The last time a fire burned in this was before the school disappeared 20 years ago. And even if I could, I shouldn't start a fire in it anyway. The flue was broken, and the smoke would fill the entire classroom. A little ash, but also some unburned waste. Here's a sheet of paper. Another book page. Or more precisely, another folded sheet of paper upon which 4 pages have been printed. When I look at the page numbers on the first sheet and on this sheet, it seems there are at least 5 sheets missing. Looks like someone wanted to start a fire and burn the book paper. I don't know exactly why the council leader left the brochures lying here. It was agreed that children can't vote. First they... and then, in the end... Oh, most of the plants have dried up. No one looked after them. Only this plant must have found a water source somewhere. Perhaps... It gives you hope to know that something beautiful and peaceful has survived in this gloomy building. Ah! Ugh! Maybe it was always a carnivorous plant. But then, don't worry, little plant. From now on, I'll take care of you. You won't have to go hungry. Ugh, that's disgusting. Oh, that smells like rotten eggs. Oh, like Grandad whenever he's eating bean soup. I'm gonna hold my nose. That... Luckily, that stinky cloud of gas is... Introduction to magic, sheep breed... that seems to be some kind of time. Well, as long as I'm the only teacher, When the school disappeared 20 years ago, obviously no one looked after the animals. I don't need a whole skeleton, but a sharp-pointed bone like this might just prove useful. It appears they wanted to replicate the fish's natural habitat as exactly... Hey, some old coins. Maybe one of my predecessors had a vision. Archmage! Remy!
If it isn't our newest professor. How was your first class, Wilbur?
Great. I conjured up a few kobolds and the students loved it.
Ah, well done. That's the right thing to do. You've already pretty much won the battle, Wilbur. Once they want to learn, they will.
The council chairman was here. She picked up her daughter from my class.
Ah, terrible person. She has great influence, and she has friends in high places.
She could also use her influence to do good, too. So why is she trying to bring you down?
She believes that that would be a good thing, Wilbur. Almost no one wants to do evil. There are just very different views on what is evil and what is good.
How's the campaign coming along? I hope we're winning.
We're still in the lead.
But our margin is shrinking. Van Buren's bigwig cronies are throwing tons of gold into her election campaign.
How are things in the town? Have things calmed down?
Not really. The barricades are getting higher and the camp is getting larger.
People are getting impatient, and who could blame? The war is over, yet everyone is doing worse.
But you're doing your best, Archmage.
It takes time, Wilbur. The deeper the wounds, the...
We must deliver results. Most still trust Alistair, but
What brings you to the school?
I wanted to pay Horatius Bloch.
That's very nice of you.
Well, it's my old school.
What the Archmage doesn't want to tell you is that something is wrong here.
What do you mean you sense?
Everything we do and... You know how you sometimes shudder when you enter a dark magic leaves up, but...
And it smells like dark magic around here.
I first felt it a few days...
Where did it come from? I mean, do you know who's responsible?
I don't. The trace dissipates. There is too much...
We must keep our eyes open.
So what's...
He's no mage.
He is an agent of the Count.
First and foremost, he is a reliable official with principles, Raymond. Yet I do not believe he will conspire against us. He is stern, but upright.
Did you see the way he looked at me? No, I tell you.
Am I being set up to fail?
Ah, if that's their plan, then they have already...
I think I'll go see the headmaster. Goodbye, Archmage. Bye, Remy.
Goodbye, Wilbur.
I'll do my best, and I won't give up.
I know.
I want to talk to you in private, Wilbur. There are problems.
That bit about dark magic all over the city does not sound good.
It's not just that. I think the Archmage's life...
What?
There was an attack, or there may have... Alistair insists it was a coincidence, but how often do heavy gargoyles just break off the mage tower when he is standing below them? I have assigned as many rats as I can spare to guard him, but you must also keep your eyes open, Wilbur. Not only is something going on in the city...
I hear Alistair's finally...
Absolute made quite a stir. More than a few are of the opinion that with so many humans up...
But nobody knows the city like you rats do. You really helped me out during my last adventure.
And you saved Timmy and my entire clan from starvation.
Timmy was a great help during my first lesson this morning.
Yes, he has done well. He absolutely wants to be a mage, just like his role model. No, just like the hero for Timmy and many others, you are one of the heroes.
Oh, then it's best I talk to the...
Whatever it is, just do it and act well. Think.
Got it.
Why don't we meet down at the...
Oh, I just...
You'll be fine.
Yeah, just... Back then I wasn't alone. What's this? Another book page. I'll take it with me. The school looked terrible when it reappeared. I'd love to know what's on the upper floors, but it's far too... A magical building that's been left on its own... We carried loads of rubbish out of the school. I'll take them with me. The school's not in the best condition. The worst of the rubbish has been disposed. Wow, this isn't dust and dirt. It's like the funk, even though no one's been here. A lever. A lever. When I first arrived at the school a few days ago, I got a real fright. I mean, I knew That's silly. Unless... Maybe the tapestry shows who the knights... I don't know much about these things, unfortunately. We didn't... The tapestry's in a miserable condition. The tapestry seems to be magic. I'll rip it off and take it with me. The school's not in... Nah, the school's not in the best condition, but at least there's a public... And now we will gradually reclaim... When you summon creatures, I've read that you don't really... I don't know where the kobolds came from. That kobold seems pretty adventurous. He was the first to slip out of the cloud. Headmaster Block.
Ah, Professor Weathervane. There you are at last. I have some tasks for you.
I look forward to us working together.
I'll be frank, Professor Weathervane. You have a mage diploma, but have not completed the tests required in attested credentials, a written application.
That's right. But there's currently a shortage of mages, and everyone...
Do their best is well and good. But it does not replace the formal and mandatory training.
You mentioned tasks earlier, Headmaster?
Yes, you have two tasks. As you know, important political council leader Van Buren has... Your tasks are to help him clean...
You want me...
Yes, indeed. A school is a team endeavor.
If...
What did you say? If there are flying kobolds in... See to it, Weathervane. Floor, The inventory has revealed that, among other things...
The whole library...
That is correct. I asked the Archmage about the matter, and he does not know where it is now. I think it's unseemly. I...
Agreed.
That...
You ask a lot.
By tomorrow morning...
70...
I have developed my own efficient metric system of measuring time. A day has 100...
So, I don't even have until tomorrow morning.
For a properly qualified teacher, even the... Or should I note in your file that you do not...
No.
Very good.
One thing's clear. Headmaster Block wants... And secondly, I like this school. And third, the... Oh, a display case documenting the achievements of pupils of the school. Pride of Place seems to go to a trophy won in a... A nice pair of bellows. When my family... You are the most important gnome... Broom baller, but they were... The display case can't... It says, fire... Above each of the dots is a name. Sea Stone, Mage Tower... I've heard about this. Of course, this doesn't just work with any... This must be the best clock in the world. What an impressive fireplace. If it were...
I hope that is not school property that you...
No.
No.
Well...
Is it school...
A neat pile of firewood. It's really cold in here.
Do you intend to
No, I'm...
Yes.
Oh. Oh, how pretty. The dwarven wood. Hey, this isn't just some sheet of paper. Sorry, Swan. Another book. Those are the cobwebs that... Not only are there... Nothing. Probably hit a hole. Whoa, the new kid. Hello. If you were to talk to me... Come on. What are you doing?
What is it?
It looks like you're cleaning...
Yep.
Headmaster...
Oh.
Oh, not that. Only maybe...
Sure, but I ain't giving you...
What's your problem?
Oh.
Look, if we...
Sure.
I never said...
Don't know about it.
It is...
No one...
Your
parents...
Come on.
Come.
You've never had...
Oh.
I'm slowly be...
Everyone...
I'm...
You say to. And you know...
No? You've been...
Oh. Nothing here, would...
I see.
What?
Yes.
What are you...
Good.
If...
I bet...
Of course.
Oh, great.
Know what you're... Bert.
Who's Bert?
Buddy of mine.
But I...
So you're saying I'm lying?
There is...
You really live in your...
I'm keeping an eye open for a... Well, you know, if, for example, someone's one...
There was a...
You what?
There was a penny...
Ah.
Did you?
Me?
If I find a...
It was nice talking to you. I really don't understand why so many people...
Arseholes, the lot of...
And I think that's wrong.
Yeah, but then you run down. Who made you sheriff? This school is going downhill and has been for a long time. Didn't used to be that way. But now...
Yeah. No idea. Well, it's not just that he's very far. If I was as big as a... shouldn't do that. One spot. That was the time. Got it. Oi, stop! He kissed a picture of the probably better if I put the book... maybe I... Hey, look! That... Ah! Well, sort of. Time to... Hello? I got nothing against you, but you have to... I'm going to slowly open the desktop now. Right then. Ah! Ow! Oh, I should probably make the best of this. Oh, I think he's woken up. How can I ever get the hall clean? When you saw... I don't know what... Oh, hello. Headmaster Block...
Didn't tell me.
But he did tell me... Why you like...
Like...
So unfriendly.
Troll.
I know why you don't want to help.
I can do, but I haven't.
Ah, never mind. Yeah, however, it would make...
Huh?
Think, is that all you want?
Blah, blah. What is it?
You,
Want to...
That was a... The door to the magic school actually consists of several, and then there's one for gnomes and dwarves. That is supposed to symbol. I'm the first gnome. I can't leave until I don't. Nothing. That's a small bone from the fish in the glass jar. It's very sharp and has a kind of a hook at the end. I could pull the thread through the hook at the end of the bone and use it as a kind of a needle. It worked! And I can even sew. Mum showed me while Dad was teaching Sydney how to weld. I could sew the pages into a quire later, but I still haven't found all of them. I have a full load of stinky gas in this bellows. That makes me a lit... That won't help with no fire. Is he working for the school? Axel, Axel cannot... Burnison of High Wind Lane. The school was founded... Excuse me.
Yes?
I met the cat.
I know what you want to say, but what can I...
What do you mean?
Paragraph 1, Section 1. The troll is not allowed to speak...
Why does...
That's airmail, not an optimal method. And that would...
You could simply write the letters directly onto the...
Not a bad idea.
Records seem to be very important to you.
Order is very...
I've a loose leaf...
Maybe you can do... There is no room for a spell in my files. Archive it, Mr. Weathervane.
Gladly. You support...
Indeed I do. To me, the council leader appears to be a more logical... But do not worry, Weathervane, I don't... And of course...
Tell that to council...
What's that?
Oh, it's one of the campaign brochures the council leader put in my classroom.
I'll take care of it.
I performed...
You
Yes.
According to my record...
Yeah.
Crucial to us... Yeah. Had you enjoyed proper training... I will note this...
So?
Be...
Master Marcus's number won't help me anymore. The spell worked excellently. Well, even if I think I've summoned enough... Why work when you can do magic? A spell? Someone... Headmaster Pinkerton. His spell is currently circulating throughout the school. By now, there is hardly a student or teacher in this school. He could even be one of the few beings... Axel cannot... Daniel... the dots. A few lines lead away from sea stone. If this fireplace... The fireplace here... I need fire... The fireplace here... I need... Bye! That's it! I locked him out! If I put a call... Done! Oh, hello. I think there's a court.
Did you?
No. For opening tabs, knots, loops, and the like. Quick now. Got them. One of these keys.
What are those noises?
Our school's achievement.
Well said.
Right then. Why work when you Why work when you can do magic? Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, kobolds.
Good job then.
For...
Some joker, luckily.
well...
Certainly.
The hall's already...
As good as.
About the fire...
Yes.
It shows several...
Of course.
One of them seems to... Good thinking. I'm already on it. But even if the fireplace was still
True. You need some extremely rare and valuable fireplace travel powder.
Thank you.
Weather vane, aren't you listening?
But I thought I was supposed to find them.
Of course, but without wit.
I don't know how to get into the missing library.
That's your problem. I assign, or at least try.
So,
you do that.
Isn't it strange? Caretakers always have a master key on. Haha. Hopefully they...
Ah! Go away! Did you see that? Unbelievable! The thing...
Appalling! I could probably lose one or two I don't know how to conjure fire. This is a good start. However, the paper would burn very... I should start a...
I hope that...
just a few...
From the school...
Yes, but you should have...
You should have thrown them...
I thought to myself, why throw away the boards? Wowzers! There's already enough paper in the file. He's already done. At least, I'd call it. Okay, broom. Hey, stop! Oh. There has to be a... Maximum broom. By the beep. Birds. But don't... What is it? The apparatus that corrupted student... A warning to those who do not want... It seems a student by the name... I don't know why, compared to the things lying around... What is it? The app... What's this? Wow!
I'm a mad...
A talking...
I can speak, write...
What? You look...
Thank...
And...
The gift wrap.
But who is it?
Insufficient...
Maybe Alistair.
Mordred, Vivian...
He probably thought I might need some help.
Insufficient...
So let me get this straight. Do you know...
No.
Can...
Unless it's about...
Okay. Allardyce. He seems... A fire maker. You fill it with flammable... Sometimes my wand... Right then, if this gas... Done! Here we go. Hiya! Who am I talking to? Master Marcus's number won't help me anymore. I'll tear a sheet from the note. Let's give it a try. Now, hurry! Burn! And onwards.
No. God damn it.
Burn! And onwards. Paper. Do you by any chance have a...
You... Or were...
No?
Crap.
Burn! Done. Now come on, burn.
Did you say...
Oh!
Careful, Professor. Don't burn the whole...
The result was great, but how... I don't... Well, the flames have turned green. It's not a normal fire anymore. I guess I just have to think of the Wow! Wherever the missing library is, I'm inside it now. Hello?
What is it?
What does it want here?
My name is Wilbur Weathervane. Who is speaking?
It's scared. It should not be.
What the?
It's trying to break loose. Help!
It has awakened. What does it want?
What happened? I found the library and I heard noises. I guess that was probably you.
The book is more powerful than the thingy. What's it called again?
You know, for writing.
Right. The book is mightier than the thingy.
Okay, sure. Who are you?
We are books, so,
Yes, books. That is the word.
And you're alive?
That is none of your business.
Would you mind letting me get up? It's pretty uncomfortable here.
Haha, never.
But at some point you'll have to let me get up.
Is that possible?
What?
That we, sooner or later, have to let him get up?
No idea.
The answer to your question is,
Okay. Okay, I'll just
Ha! Exact.
So, the missing library's your home?
It was here the whole time.
Well, for the rest of us out there, it wasn't there.
Out there?
You know, in the school.
You know anything about them? So you mean your feet thought the thing here had disappeared?
I'm not being funny, but...
Confused? Ha!
Alright then.
With me? Well, I'm a big, thingy.
I am a, you...
Hey, yeah.
There's something. How about we try and figure...
You can't trust. We don't know what it is.
It is not.
I say we throw it out the window so that it...
I, think you're...
Well,
Careful! It's evidence. Woo! It's coming. What a
Look you, I won't hurt you, and I am not...
making...
We know it not.
Nasty!
The journey through the fire network is in, but somehow... I wonder if the books were... And shouldn't book... I think the library... One can hardly see anything, but if the librarian wasn't some sort of... I thought there weren't very many. Depending on what lies beyond the passages, this could easily be the largest magic library in the country.
Librarian being a monkey, because that's a Discworld reference. Love it.
They weren't so scary. I think it once was. You don't see doilies anywhere else in the... That's strange. The writing is very... Ah! A note. This is a spell. The fire spell! The most important spell of all. Not sure this desk was meant for students. Looking at the empty. Another book page. Oh, the glue has given up the ghost, and now here's one of the pages. If I could repair the book, I would have to sew the missing...
Dum-de-doodle-oo.
Huh? Do you know anything
I know
You have to sew the pages to...
Correct.
And these quires are then...
Correct. Alternatively, I'll...
Troll snot.
Correct.
Thank you for this valuable... I need wood for a fireplace, and instead of burning books or a... If I would have... Jelly glowfish usually only... Perhaps the books fed them so they wouldn't... This wall, this arch... The books have all retreated to the shelves. I don't know which... Listen, I won't hurt...
Make it itch.
But I won't hurt... It's almost as... Unless I find another exit, but to use it, I'm... I don't need the empty carton anymore. The wood is old and very dry. It would burn well. It would be better if the headmaster never finds out about this. The fire spell! Finally! Now I can start. Igni faxius ignis ferro! I'm slowly...
What did it...
That was the last of the fireplace travel powder. How am I supposed to get up like most... Oh, hello. As you can see, I've swept...
You didn't. You want...
No, but...
The broom and...
I... Look here, isn't it
Ugly.
That's not true. Got it from my grandmother. It's an heirloom.
Thank you for showing it to me.
Ha ha! I tricked you. I wanted your snot in the cloth.
Oh.
Excuse me, Headmaster Block.
Yes. Yeah.
I have some good...
Very...
However...
As long as they...
Then... I was in the library.
Yeah.
Well, it's not...
Unfortunately, the library is through, but I do not... And then I can...
That...
Yes, indeed. The Traveller, apparently, the arts... That...
If you give me the page, I might be a...
I'm sure the tale... Yeah.
Ta. So,
You do...
Not long till the end of this chapter.
all right. Now I'll sew the 7 together. Done! A beautiful new choir for a book. Better to use the glue with the spine. Otherwise I'd make a gross sticky mess. All right, I'll smear a little troll snot along the spine. Ugh. And then I'll carefully glue the choir in. Done! As good as new. I attempted to rise, but was not able to stir. The same was the case with my very long and thick hair. I could only look upwards. The sun.
You?
Well, of course.
Read.
You mean...
Books cannot read. When no one reads us, our stories fade and we...
Oh, that is... I would love to help...
Reading books is ancient magic. You can...
What does that mean?
There's always time.
Well...
Me!
It was the best of time. It was the age. That was great. I'm going to repeat that as soon as possible. Well, how did I do? And how long was I gone?
Not look.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah.
The library's back.
Understood.
That was a joke.
Do you want praise every...
Yes, please.
No.
The cobweb.
And?
You... But I'm a...
That isn't...
So... Wow! It looks like this library is fine. What is this? Hello? You're not going to bite my finger off. In Belzy? What else have I... In Shin... Oh, come on. In Seastone, public employees under one and a... this... A great team. I didn't read all of it. It was as if they were awakening from it. The text came back, black as coal and crisp. Oh, what happened to these books?
A sad story.
Well, maybe.
It's too correct. That's why we should... Oh, no. We've already been... The book friend hasn't time. You are... The books are ruined. Wilbur,
You've been waiting for...
Of course, for...
I don't think I've ever seen you.
You didn't.
Of course you have.
Who are you?
Call me Emmett. Emmett, the Book of Time Travel. I know every...
Captain Nate traveled back.
But I'll be just into the past. Have you never heard of the word?
If it were possible. And how it...
Why, how all... Hey, presto. Precise. If it didn't work...
It can't hurt to try.
Are you absolute?
Tell me
Well... And the world was the same.
What is this? The books are still rot. I haven't gone back. from everything looking just a few more books. There's no trace of the library. Hello? What do you mean?
We've always been able.
Wilbur, from the... Tell me. Those books...
A tragic story.
That's why I'm here. A book about time.
He never shut his...
I'm just... Please. Here's a few. I'll take a few. Burying a book under... What the others did...
Books are very...
The books are all...
Further.
Of course.
Then it worked.
Send me a few more. Well, you tell...
I see.
Oh, this hurts my eyes.
What's this? Dear Wilbur. Hey!
Oh,
a
that
message
drastic
from the time
change,
travel
just
book.
my eyes
Shortly
fucked.
after you travelled back to your time, I left the library. There is a lot out there to discover. Time travel must be possible, even without magic and outside of a magical library. Don't you agree? I want to thank you for everything, book friend, for saving those curmudgeonly old books. Above all, for giving me a topic, nay, even more, a passion. Take this gift as thanks. May it always keep your clever head dry. Wow! What a stylish hat!
Alright.
Old but not rotten. They don't know. There has to be a way. But don't...
Yes. Yes. What do you have?
Indeed, fantastic.
But of course, as long as the law was not formally repealed, it has the same... Veritable. Oh, of course. I should not have asked you to... But of course. An old code of laws... Hmm? You are... Yes. Yeah. Hmm? You are...
think my sound got a little distorted somehow.
Hello, friends.
He who from the world
Wilbur!
Come.
It is a king.
You seem to...
Oh, we have...
Tomorrow, I'll...
And we...
Hi. Is that... You said...
Books are a... No, some...
Oh, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
I got...
Goodbye with...
Whatever. And you?
From, sir.
Aha! Tell me.
Back now into beef and call
back now. The books are... Fire is once... Must have been... There has to be a way. Back now, Oi! Ah! It seems to be back. All tasks completed in record time. I think that proves that I was a good choice for the school, doesn't it?
Wilbur.
Hi.
You, there are a few up, and there are whole...
Headmaster.
Shoo!
But... it's
impossible. Impossible? I thought nothing was impossible for Mr. Gnome.
You and the council leader...
All floors, you come...
What do you... That's on... Nobody could do all this. I'd best go into town and talk to... Something's weird here.
Doodaloo, doodaloo.
Huh?
Dum-de-doodaloo. That is not what? The task.
Yeah, by any...
No, most mages do not.
But I don't have the gold to pay an art.
For centuries, mages have relied.
Ah, that sounds interesting.
Lock the door.
Very well, Headmaster Block.
And then, whoosh! I shot back up to the flying island on the carpet. But everything was, I don't know, girlified. And then suddenly Critter clobbered me over the head.
Are you sure that's how it all happened?
Yes! Or, no! The part with the transformation was later. But I was knocked out, wasn't I? My memories are fragmentary, blurred. Wait. Everything was blurred. And then I said to myself, I said,
Why don't you go and visit your old friend the Red Pirate?
Oh, it's my favorite. And it doesn't.
Alright, 2 chapters in one night I think is good for right now. So I am going to be done for tonight. And I will come back to this tomorrow. So, good night.